And I'm going to go on record right now. If people want to know where I stand on the Jewish question.
Oh.
So here's where I stand on the Jewish question. First of all, anybody that believes in a religion wholeheartedly, I fucking think you're an idiot. Second of all, I have a really big problem with self-righteous self-deceit. So if you're a part of an ideology that says, I'm right, I'm better, I'm chosen, straight out of the gate, without having to take a careful look at yourself and weigh the way that you interact with the rest of reality, I got a huge problem with you. Third, huge problem with Zionism. And we can see the fruits of that right now all over the news. Fourth, if you happen to be born Jewish, you don't believe in any of the nonsense, and you just were born here in this body with these parents, I don't have fucking anything against you at all, dude. Welcome to the human tribe, you know. Yeah. So, anti-Semitic? No. Anti-Zionist? Yup. Anti-religion? Oh, fuck yeah. I'm a fucking Satanist, dude. Yeah. Anti-religion. Anti-thinking that you're better than everybody else without any qualifiers because a book told you so? Yup. So I hate Zionism the same reason why I hate Nazism. So just in case anybody's wondering, because I happen to say a lot of things about juice on the podcast, that's my actual opinion. So.
Clawing our way out of the womb of iniquity, this is the New World Order broadcast, coming to you live from the end of the world.
Harry, I will always end up the winner. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the New World Order broadcast. We are coming to you live from the end of the world. I'm your host, the Hat Man. I am joined in the studio once again by Harry, the Tax Man, who is joined today by Dr. Jewenstein. And we are joined also...
He's checking my head if I'm right.
Yeah, you're not. Diagnosis complete. And we are joined also by Talking Head number 6, who is broadcasting to us from an undisclosed location, whose eyebrow seems to be fixed in a horrible mask of some sort of plastic surgery gone wrong. How are you doing, Talking Head?
I'm doing all right. I was just was wondering if
eyebrows. What can I tell you?
I was wondering if the doctor over there could hear the gerbil in the wheel.
Well, it's a small animal, and maybe the wheel is well greased. You know, you don't have to.
Yeah.
So before we started the podcast, Talking Head, Harry came up with a suggestion that we use this table to play a drinking game, because it's a chessboard table. And we have played chess on it before. He has like giant chess pieces that is,
I've seen them.
His wife made. They all look like gnomes. And it was fun. It was pretty fun. But he was saying we should play checkers. And in place of checker pieces, we just use shot glasses so we can turn it into a drinking game. So anytime your piece gets jumped, you have to take the shot.
Yeah, they actually sell boards like that at liquor stores that come with the shot glasses. You can play either chess or checkers on them. Like whenever somebody takes your piece in chess, you have to do the shot of your piece.
So it's not an original idea.
No.
God damn it.
No, but it is a fun idea. But
It is a fun idea.
They actually sell like sets like that where it's a little chessboard, and then the glasses have like the piece that it is painted on it. And okay. I think like the king and the queen I think are double shots. So like if you end up checkmated, you have to do a double shot.
Okay. I think what would be fun, doing it as checkers. First of all, you get obliterated way quicker. And second of all, you don't have to pay attention to symbols on the shot glasses. It would just be like, hey, am I in the white shot glasses or the black shot? Because it's only like, there's two pieces. You know what I mean? Yeah. But Harry was saying, so if we played that, and I was like, first of all, I said, okay, here's a fun idea. Let's just waste one podcast and that's what we do. We just do a drinking game for the podcast. I think that'd be fun. We just play a drinking game for the podcast, and we just get completely wasted and have like insane conversations while we're just playing game after game of checkers for 2 hours. And so he goes to me, well, what would be your drink? And I was thinking about, I was like, okay, if we're doing shots, here's what happens. I have to go with whiskey. Here's why. Whiskey will give me a window of about 4, maybe 5 shots where I'm drunk, but for some reason, and I think this is why like CEOs prefer whiskey, or
Scotch.
Not Scotch. Thank you.
Well, Scotch is whiskey. It's just Scottish whiskey.
Exactly. So I think that's why, is because you have this window after you're drunk where you're still totally wired into reality, and all that you've lost is the inhibition, but your brain still functions properly, and you're still aware of what's going on, and you got like a 4 or 5 shot window there where you can operate on that level. And I was like, I think that's going to kind of be my secret weapon. But Harry here doesn't drink at all. So he'd be like, yeah, I think whatever I choose, I'm just going to be drunk after 3 shots. I was like, I know, I'm going to win no matter what we do. But vodka, I just slowly get fucked up. It's like I'm starting at 0. Every shot that I take is another 5% to 100% blitz. That's just the way that works for me. Absinthe has a similar effect on me as whiskey does, but here's the way absinthe goes. I feel really good, and I have all of my faculties, and I have to guess whether or not I'm drunk, and then I black out immediately. One sip over that line, and I'm blackout. So that won't work for me. And then I was thinking, tequila, I will be sick and hungover before I get drunk. That's no fun. And so whiskey's going to be my secret weapon. Go ahead, Tucker.
Yeah, absinthe has another interesting quality with you where your thoughts are completely cogent, but sometimes it's not coming out of your mouth properly.
Yeah, it's kind of like my mescaline.
Yeah, because like I've actually, and the funny thing is like when it's the good shit, like when it's not the cheap absinthe, I've experienced it too. So I know that it's like the drink, because I've had that where like I'm completely lucid, which is the name of one of the brands.
Which is the name of my favorite brand. Yeah,
exactly. So, but when we drink lucid absinthe, like my brain is entirely there. It's just that I go to open my mouth and I'm like,
well, what did he say? Yeah, exactly. So what did he say in the movie? I don't know about the book, but the movie Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, where they're doing mescaline and they're trying to walk into the club in Vegas. And he's like, the ether. Okay. The truly horrible thing about this drug, the truly horrible thing about this drug is that you are aware that you are acting in this way, but you have no ability to control it. So it keeps your brain going, but your body's fucked. And you're right. If you get a good absinthe drunk going, that's pretty much it. Like all your thoughts, you're having a deep intellectual, artistic, spiritual fucking conversation, and all you're like, we're on point, we're vibing, this is such a great conversation. Then you open your mouth, like just one drink too far, your brain still works, but you open your mouth and you go, Smurfs in the schnib, Papa Smurf, only one female, and the guy's like, we were talking about the Middle East crisis, what the fuck was that? Shit, I lost it.
God damn it.
God damn it. Made sense in my head. Still does.
But there's actually, it's funny bringing up drinking stuff. There was actually a video that I ran into. Have you ever watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine with Andy Samberg?
I think I have. Harry says that he has. Can you describe it to me?
Yeah. It's a black,
so it's okay. Sorry, you put the camera to me. I thought you were asking me.
And it's like the Miller cop thing, and everything that goes wrong on the Brooklyn 999.
Is this the animated one that I'm thinking of?
No.
It's live action.
But the guy played a captain or a lieutenant of Brooklyn 999, and was the spoof on the cop.
Okay, I don't think I've ever seen it. So what were you saying about it, Talking Ed?
Nah, so there's this one character in Brooklyn Nine-Nine that specifically it's this funny thing about her where she specifically gets X amount of drinks drunk and she's a different person depending on how many drinks she's had. So anytime they have an episode where they're at an office party or any kind of situation where they're at a bar, it's always like they call her like 2 drink what's her face or 3 drink, it's like, oh god, it's 3 drink what's her face, I forget the character's name, but it's like nice. With every drink she becomes a specific kind of drunk, either the loud drunk, the dancing drunk, the overly confident drunk, and every drink changes her personality because she doesn't drink much.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had that. When I imagine the way that I am perceived from the perspective of being another person as I am drinking. So you meet me sober and you're like, this dude seems like a really nice guy. He's a little quiet. Yeah, a couple drinks.
Got a touch of the murder eyes.
Oh, this dude's actually a lot of fun. He just needed to loosen up. Okay, cool. Then I get a few more drinks and you know what? I kind of felt like there was something dangerous about this guy when I first met him, and now I think I'm starting to see it, but he's still really cool. And then a few more drinks after, like, whoa, this guy's a total asshole. What the fuck just happened? I'm pretty sure that's it for me.
and then if you take the time to get beyond that, even to the crying stage, it's like, okay, I see why we went through all these stages.
Oh,
there's something fundamentally broken in this person.
Oh, my crying stage is so cathartic. I love it. It's really hard for me to get there anymore. It's really hard for me to get there anymore. I try.
It's delightful to have a good cry,
Oh, hey, even, my favorite character from Anne Rice, Lestat, says, if you've lost the ability to cry, you're missing out on so much. It's such a great thing to be able to do. I love it.
There's a catharsis to it.
Definitely. When you can really dig down into all that shit that's buried and just bring it up and just have a good cry, it's like, oh, it's actually now it's all okay. I don't have to bury it anymore. It's all out in the open, in the forefront of my mind, and it's fine. Everything's fine.
I let the water boil over. It hit the top of the stove. Everything went haywire for a few minutes, but now it's down to a simmer. Enough of the water got out. We could start this over and just keep pushing it down for the next couple of months.
Exactly. And then in a few months, it's all going to be tamped down into the subconscious again. And then you got to find your drink of choice and go dig it back up and have another good cry.
Exhume the corpse of your sorrow.
Yes, exactly. The princess of the palace crashed. Thank you. Yeah. Smashing Pumpkins. So I look at the left and the right talking head number 6, and we don't have a lot to talk about here right now. So I look at the left and the right, and the phrase came to mind: all quiet on the Eastern Front. So if you're looking at a map, I guess the right is the east and the left is the west. And there's not a lot going on the Eastern Front right now, which is the bubble that I'm in, aside from this whole Muslim thing that's but I mean, Harry and I the last few podcasts beat that over. We've beaten that dead horse down.
Yeah.
We fundamentally disagree with each other. I mean,
what the hell?
But I'll tell you what.
Did you see that Trump was like digging him?
Oh, in the Oval Office during that interview?
Yeah.
I brought that up on the last podcast. Did you not watch the last one?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You did. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So he has the mayor of New York in the Oval Office, and the reporter goes. So you called him a fascist in many interviews. Now that you're standing before him, do you still consider him a fascist? And he goes, well, what I meant to say was, and Trump just puts his hand on his shoulder, like, hold my beer.
Just say yes.
Hold my beer. And he's like,
you can say it.
Listen, just say yes. Just say yes, you think I'm a fascist, and we'll move on. This is ridiculous. It's easier this way. Trust me. I fucking love this guy.
It's funny because right before that, they had asked Trump because there's another woman who's running for governor of New York. And she sat there and she called Mamdani a jihadist. And so they asked Trump right before that whether he thought he was sitting next to a jihadist. He's like, no, like, that's stupid. Like, so just threw the Republican candidate for governor under the bus. She was running on he's a jihadist and electing me will stop him.
Yeah, I mean, dude, so here's why, dude, as far as Trump's policies, I think as far as I know them, what he's doing, because I am in pretty much media blackout aside from trying to do this show. As far as I know what he's doing, not a fan. Not a fan at all. However, every time I see the guy in the media, he makes me smile. Who else would not play the game and call out the game, get totally meta with the game on camera? Holy dude, he's the best. Okay, I hate everything he's doing, but he is 100%, as far as I'm concerned, the best personality to be a public servant. Let's get more people with that fucking personality in office, because, hey, if you're going to fuck us all over, at least entertain me while you're doing it. And this guy fucking entertains me. He calls the game out every opportunity, like how we're all being rage baited 24/7. And so it's at the point where I hate everything he's doing, but he still warms the cockles of my cold black heart. And I think that both of those things can exist at the same time. It's like, I like Michael Jackson's music. I hate the fact that he fucked little boys without sharing. Can both of those things exist at the same time?
He's a great show.
I'm just going to gloss over that.
He's a great show. Yeah, I know. I threw that in there.
I think that, the funny thing is most of the people who I listen to who are like, any kind of political pundits, because I generally don't listen to like news. I listen to like news commentators or comedians commenting on the news. Is generally
the best way to get like good info. Yeah.
Yeah, because it also lets you know just how absurd it all is. But it's like everybody that I listen to agrees that he's hilarious. It's just terrifying because him having the presidency is like a toddler with a shotgun. And so it's like, it's that thing where it's like, yeah, like he's a funny guy. He's a super great entertainer. Like, but he's a toddler with a shotgun. Like you can't take your eyes off the toddler with the shotgun.
This term, I don't see much of a difference between everything he's doing and everything that every previous president has done. I was going to say that.
So,
however, being the type of personality that's going to go on Twitter and release an AI video of yourself in a jet plane dumping piles of shit on protesters
while wearing a crown.
While wearing a crown during the anti-Kings protest, or the no Kings protest, rather, that's what we need. And I think that's the reason why, people like you are saying it's a toddler with a shotgun. Why give that type of person his pet? No. That's what we need from our public servants. We need a sense of humor. We need a sense of levity. We need like the Fourth Estate is the ones really fucking over the country right now in a big way. And anybody that calls that out, even though I hate your policies, I'm going to be a little bit of a fan. I can't help it. It's just my personality.
Sure. And the whole thing is I don't think anybody who says he's not funny is lying. Exactly. Like just straight up. Like I find him hilarious. It's just the big problem is he's got this situation where he infinitely believes whoever the last person he talks to is, it seems like. And I think people around him have caught on. And so it just turns into this situation.
Wait. I'm sorry. Say that again. I was thinking up my next killer line. I missed it.
No. I said I think he's got an eternal problem of always like full-throated believing whoever the last person who talked to him was.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. I mean, there could be evidence for that. So anyway, the whole thing, all of the noise on the Eastern Front right now is about these Muslims, and it's
not about the shooting.
No,
the National Guardsman being shot.
Not really. That's what I was going to bring up next. It's just I can't really get into the whole Muslim thing because I'm not a Christian, and I remember the Satanic Panic. So othering people, even though it's not having any effect on what your day-to-day life is like, is, I see it for what it is. It's very easy for me to spot, point it out. But Harry, the last podcast that we did, at the end of it, I did acquiesce, and I said that you're right. If we ever got to the point where, because we do live in a democratic republic, if we ever get to the point where the majority of our citizens are Muslim, this country will look very different. I acquiesce. I get that. But right now, as a non-Christian, I'm living in
hostile territory.
Hostile territory. It's already hostile to me. I'm living in a country that is influenced heavily by Christian ideals. So, it's just like trading in, from my perspective, it's trading in one invisible sky daddy theology for a different one. And it's like, so Talking Head, you'll appreciate this. And Harry, you'll appreciate this as well. When I was visiting my father the other day, we started talking about this, right? And he goes, well, how would you like it if you had to be woken up at 5 o'clock in the morning by the call to prayer if you lived in Dearborn? And I said, well, I've lived in areas before where the church bells ringing on Sunday morning wake me up. That was unpleasant. And he goes to me, yeah, but what time did they ring them? And I said, too early for me, motherfucker. It's Sunday morning.
I like how he's getting upset. So is there actually like a call to prayer alarm that goes off every day in Dearborn?
I didn't research it directly, but I've seen it inferred a couple times from different articles that I've read for the last podcast that yes, perhaps that is a thing. You can look it up if you want. But then his response to me, his response to me when I said too early for me, okay. So I have two choices, complain or go live somewhere else, fine. So, but I'm already living in hostile territory, what's the difference? One's at 5 a.m., one's at 8 a.m. Like, it's still going to fucking wake me up. His response to that was, I've always liked the sound of the church bells. That's my point. That's my fucking point. There's no difference except for aesthetics. It's an aesthetic choice.
Well, let's talk about across the pond in England right now. The story's going that the premier in the parliament has just been called out by the people of Britain to step down and
Keir Starmer.
Then the King Philip is supposed to take it over or make a ruling on something. And you talk about demonstrations. They had 120,000 veterans that fought all the wars in Britain, and it looks like Templar Knights are showing up again.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're wearing the gowns with the thing, and they're like the Templar Knights have rose in England.
I don't know anything about this. This is interesting.
Well, that's
okay.
what
against the Muslims? They're dressing up like Templar Knights in protest against the Muslims?
No, they weren't dressed as Muslims. They were dressed as Templar Knights.
That's what I said. Yep.
And that looked like maybe we're going to have a new crusade.
Well, I did name the last podcast Christian Jihad in good faith to our conversation. Talking Head, I see you looking something up. Have you found anything about the prayer alarms?
The prayer alarms are a thing. Apparently, the residents of Dearborn, Michigan, have complained. The mosques are working with city. So it's not. They're not complaining that they're going off. They're complaining that it's too loud. And apparently, the mosques are working with the local government to sit there and find an appropriate volume.
Yeah. I get it. Listen,
the Keir Starmer thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, and the Keir Starmer thing, I have no idea what Harry is talking about with that. I just did several different searches and could not find what he's talking about. So,
funny you bring that up because I do have a few tabs open. Let's see what the Hat Man has in store for us today. All right. Let's go over here. Let me bring my mouse back. Click. Hopefully, if I switch cameras, it will no longer fuck me up. By the way, you got to help me out with that. I need my shortcut keys to not affect the screen anymore. Maybe there's a way we can do that because especially when we're watching videos, dude, it affects the screen. Maybe you can help me figure that out.
We could change it to a key combination or different keys, but anyway, go on.
Yeah, okay. Fury over Gaza ultimatum. Let me bring it over here. So this is from Reddit. Benjamin Netanyahu is unlikely to cut off the sharing of Israeli intelligence with the UK, despite the major diplomatic row over Keir Starmer's decision to recognize a Palestinian state. So basically what it looks like happened is in order to get this ceasefire deal to go through, the UK said, fine, but we have to have a two-state solution. Netanyahu was not thrilled over that, and Israel threatened to stop sharing their considerably important Middle Eastern intelligence with the UK. So, for example, so experts say it's unlikely, it's just posturing. But, however, this is important. While Israel is not part of the Five Eyes intelligence sharing structure, London has with While Israel is not a part of the Five Eyes intelligence sharing structure, London has, with allies including the U.S., its security relationship with Israel is long-standing, and Israeli sources have previously pointed out that it has protected Britons on the street of the UK from terror attacks in the past. I believe that. That makes 100% sense. Of course you want an ally in that volatile region, and you want the intelligence to be shared with your country so that you can avoid terror attacks. 1,000%.
Sure.
So it seems like what's going on with this whole thing is that Netanyahu is not happy with the Prime Minister of the UK's caveat to the ceasefire that a two-state solution needs to be on the table. So he's threatening to stop sharing intelligence with the UK. That's what it looks like.
So you've got the timeline a little askew. So what happened is that not only Keir Starmer, but also other heads of like Germany and other European nations at the EU, while the Gaza genocide was still going on before the ceasefire was brokered, as kind of like a way to try to apply pressure to Israel, sat there and said that they recognize Palestine as a state, to sit there and because no matter what they were trying to talk to Netanyahu about doing to sit there and stop the genocide, he wasn't giving in, because a lot of his coalition and his government relies on very extremist parties. Right. So it was basically Europe being like, hey, you need to cut it the fuck out, because he wasn't listening. So it's like, it didn't actually have to do with the ceasefire. Them doing that pushed the Israeli government to find a way to do a ceasefire. But it was a big deal for the hardliners, you know?
Right. I gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I just researched this. I put no work into this, so you know.
No, I got you. I just, you know, it's come up on shit that I've listened to, because like the whole Gaza genocide thing has been a big story.
Now, here's something interesting. Come on, there we go. Netanyahu requests a pardon to end his ongoing corruption trial in Israel. Oh,
which is what everybody thinks. Which is what everybody thinks this whole war has been about. And the reason why it got so fucked up so quickly is because it's all a distraction to get away from his corruption charges.
This is news to me. But now, isn't this what every politician does? Whenever they get... I mean, what happened during Bill Clinton's sex scandal? Harry, what did Bill Clinton start doing?
I don't quite remember.
Started dropping bombs. Well, always. I mean, that guy's pretty fucking horny. Started dropping bombs. I don't even remember on who. He just started dropping bombs. It was a media distraction from the Monica Lewinsky scandal when he was he finally got it started his impeachment proceedings. Yeah. So he wanted to break the news cycle. You start dropping bombs.
Yeah, distract everybody.
Everybody fucking does this. Everybody in power does this. So I didn't even know that he had a fucking trial going on. Tel Aviv, Associated Press. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Sunday asked the country's president to grant him a pardon from corruption charges, seeking to end a long-running trial that has bitterly divided the nation. So apparently, he's been brought up on 3 separate bribery charges, among other things. So Talking Head, can you talk to us a little bit about this? I was not aware that there was another power structure beside the prime minister in Israel. What's the difference between a president and a prime minister in Israel?
So it's the difference if you think about the difference between the king and the prime minister in England. So it's like you can have representative democracies, and the parliamentary system generally has a state figurehead, but then you have the person who actually runs the house of government. So in America, it's the difference between the president and the head of the speaker of the house. The speaker of the house would be like the prime minister. And then the president would be like the, president or king.
So who actually has more power in Israel? Is it Netanyahu or the president? Seems like it's Netanyahu.
Netanyahu probably has more power because just like the prime minister has more actual applicable power than the monarch in England, because they are the head of the houses of parliament. And the houses of parliament are what decide everything. It's like the president. So our country has gotten weird because we've kept putting more power into the executive office when it wasn't supposed to be that way.
Understood. Okay.
So we've gotten strange. We've gotten strange when it comes to democracies.
So actually Israel on paper has a better balance of power between the parliament and the executive branch. However, whatever Netanyahu wants seems to go. So what role does the president actually play?
So the president is the executive. He's the one who, when parliament makes a decision, he's the one who uses the executive branch of the government to execute said decision.
Aha. All right. So the only actual power that the executive branch was supposed to have, what you're saying, under our original constitution is head of the military. That's done because you need to act quickly sometimes. Other than that, decision-making was supposed to be done by the legislative branch and is supposed to be only executed by the executive branch.
Correct. And the executive branch can veto something that comes up from Congress. If he's like, no, that's stupid, we're not doing that, he vetoes it, then you sit there and you need the 2/3 majority to sit there and get it past his veto.
I'll tell you what, that makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense than what we currently
do now. Yeah. Yeah, so, we have like a partial monarchy almost.
Yeah. So here's a good question though. So how it seems like Netanyahu has more power than he ought to, even though I understand the complexities of the balance of power that you're saying. How did he end up with, because it seems like he has way more power than he ought to. Am I not seeing it properly, or how did he end up with that amount of power?
Now, I'm fuzzy on the details, but I'm pretty sure that that's why he's being charged with corruption, is because he's made backdoor deals to get people to go along with what he, I scratch your back, you scratch mine kind of shit. That's where the corruption comes in. That's why he's got too much power. So
he's kind of like a Putin-esque character where on paper...
Yeah, he's wheeling and dealing with the oligarchs and the members of different factions to sit there and get what he wants, but then he has to give them what they want.
So on paper, he doesn't really have as much power as he exercises. He's just a really good power broker.
Yeah,
that's
he's
what it comes down to.
That he's good at garnering bribes. He's good at making promises to different coalitions so that they support. Because you got to remember, you're prime minister by election. So it's like if they have a no faith vote, if they have a no confidence vote, and you as prime minister, you're ousted, and a new prime minister is going to get elected.
And that's what they're threatening in the UK right now, right?
Right.
Yeah. So why are they threatening this Starmer guy with a no confidence vote in the UK? Is it because of the Palestinian thing, or is it something else?
It's because he's recognizing Palestine, and the power to be don't agree with him, so they want him out.
Can we all see now why I chose the Hasidic rabbi doctor as the prop for today's show that's standing behind Yeah, make sure his curls look good, Harry. Make sure.
Do I have a heart? Or is it up here?
I don't know. Talking head, do we want to take the over-under? Does Harry have a heart?
I'm pretty sure he does. I think it was the subject of a Christmas story about the Grinch, I think it was. I don't know. something about the wrong size. I don't know.
Yeah, something and the roast beast. That's what I remember. There was something about wrong-sized hearts and roast beast.
They let him carve the roast beast.
Hey, by the way, Talking Head, so Harry has gone through a ton of medical tests the last few months because he was complaining about tingling and pulsing in his right hand when he went to sleep. So we're like, all right, dude, you're fucking 78 years old. You haven't been to a doctor in 150 years. I think that perhaps maybe now it's about time. So first thing that we did was we brought him to an occupational therapist, and she was like, "Well, you seem pretty strong."
She was like, "Well, you seem unemployed."
You seem unemployed. I brought up. That's what she said to me. What's that?
An occupational therapist. I was sorry,
yeah. No, I gotcha. Yeah. Well, that's what she said to me, and I was like, "You're correct, but I'm not the one who's here for the tests." But good job. So she checks him out. She's like, for 78 years old, doing all the physical work that you've done your entire life and still continue to do, you seem like you're in good health. I have a few concerns. Keeping busy. Yeah, we have a few concerns. Then he went to a heart doctor. A heart doctor's like, you're good. And then we went to get a blood panel. This guy eats marshmallow peeps like they're fucking potato chips. And the only thing they find in his blood panel, the only thing is that his HN1C, whatever, slightly elevated. A1C. Slightly elevated. Not even pre-diabetic. Okay? Then he goes to, we go get, because the doctor that he's talking to thinks the pulsing and the numbness might be neuropathy. So we go get an EMG. Okay, they're going to test his nerve conductions. We go get a nerve conduction test.
EKG,
test come back. No, EMG.
Oh, never heard of that one.
I know. I don't know what it stands for, but it's a nerve conduction test. So we go through this whole thing, and they're zapping him with electricity with nodes at the end of his fingers so that they can measure how long it takes for the signal to bounce back and all that. So they do it on his right and left side. He's a big baby. He can't take it. I'm like, dude, zap me in the head. I'll fucking take it. Zap me.
Electrocute me.
Then they have to put a needle in his arm. And really cool. The needle is super thin, and it has a microphone on the end of it. And then they make you like do a strength test with your muscles, and they can hear what's going on. Very cool. Never seen this done before. And we got the test results back today, and the other day, and they're like, "You're fine. The reason why you're getting tingling is because you have a little carpal tunnel in your right hand." So this fucking guy at 79 years old, he's going to be 79 in fucking 4 weeks. He abuses his body like a motherfucker.
I love that the shot that you switched to just has a bottle of Jaeger next to him. I know he's not a drinker, but it's just, he abuses his body, just shotting like bottle of Jaeger in the shot.
This is due to my bad influence. I got him started drinking, and he still doesn't even drink every day. He drinks on the podcast and maybe like, during the one other day he'll get depressed. He doesn't like the holidays, which I get. I totally get it. Nobody does. We all just pretend. But yeah, he's perfectly fucking fine. Harry, what the fuck is your secret? I want to be 79 years old and complain about.
You're 450 years old now, and you're not telling anybody. Well, I don't have a secret. I just don't care. I'll consume anything.
I just don't care.
I probably could eat poison and survive that. I eat roadkill.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure you do.
And like I said, I abused my body for the work, but you know what? I must have good genes, or I'm a machine.
It's really weird. Anton LaVey wrote this essay. I forget the name of it, but he's talking about how he starts off the essay, how come the most unhealthy looking people that I see when I go out into the world are all coming out of health food stores? And then he's like, listen to me, guys. If insects can adapt within a single generation to learn how to feed on the very pesticides we're trying to use to kill them, why do human beings believe they're the only species that's incapable of adaptation? And what takes a bigger toll on your body? Is it the preservatives? Is it the mercury saturated fish? Or is it the fear of the chemicals? And the first time I read that, I was very young. I didn't even have to worry about this shit anymore. But the older I get, and I'm looking at all these fad diets, and, I did the keto. I'm a big proponent of the keto. It worked really well for losing weight, and I felt a lot better. But I'm starting to think back to this. I'm like, you know what? He's got a fucking point. He's got a point. Now, I have been off of keto for the last 4 weeks. I had a whole bunch of ice cream cake last night to celebrate my birthday. I fucking feel fine. But when you're on keto and you have like a spoonful of ice cream, you crash hard. It really is just about what... Now, I'm gaining weight, no doubt. But it really is just about, what you're used to. There does have to be a balance with this shit.
I think fear has a thing about it, too.
I think it really does produce a physical effect to worry all the time, And you just don't give a... You're like the fucking honey badger. Honey badger don't give a fuck. The honey badger will go and attack a fucking snake, and then the poisonous snake bites the honey badger. The honey badger kills the snake. What does the honey badger do? It just got bit by a snake. It takes a nap.
Right, and wakes up and goes fight the snake again.
Yeah, then wakes up and eats the fucking snake that it just killed. Yeah, you just got poisoned by a rattlesnake. I'll sleep it off. I'll be right back. That's like Harry. That's fucking Harry in a nutshell. Harry don't give a fuck, and nothing affects Harry. It's fucking brilliant. I love it, dude. Congratulations. Cheers to you. Clean bill of health, man. 79 years old in 3 weeks. Clean bill of health, dude. Love you.
Well,
no, speaking of ages.
Some people are healthy and some aren't. Maybe it's the luck of the draw.
Yeah, I think genetics have something to play with it, but I think that worrying thing...
I think worrying does a lot more to people than anything else.
I think it's more than they realize. Certainly. What were you saying, Talking Head? Ageist? What's ageist?
No, I said speaking of ages, somebody's age just changed recently.
Who's that?
You?
Yeah, I just said I was over eating ice cream cake for my birthday. So what are we going to wish me a happy birthday? Oh, so here's something I have to fucking bring up, Harry. Here's something I have to fucking bring up. This motherfucker, okay?
Either way, real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick, before you get into that. Am I lagging at all? Because your guys' transmission is coming through super choppy on my end. I just don't know what your internet connection is like. Like, do I look normal on your end or no?
No, actually, now that you pointed out, your video is super choppy, but I hear you just fine. What do we want to do about this? Is the video important? We definitely have to reset this before we do our grand finale for this evening. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. So anyway, I'm sitting over my father's house. We're having ice cream cake, and Talking Head calls me up, and he goes, "Dude, I gotta talk to you for a second." I'm like, "All right. Is it important?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right. Well, let me. I'm not alone. I'm not home. Let me leave." So I stepped out into the other side of the house. I was like, "What's up? I'm over Kevin's house. We're having ice cream cake for my birthday right now, dude." He's like, "Well, don't tell them anything that I have to talk to you about." I was like, 100%. And then he goes, "Happy birthday." And I was like, "Yeah, I kind of saw that coming, motherfucker."
No, I know. It was pretty transparent.
It was funny, though. But here's what he says after that. He goes, "Oh, yeah, because are you going to record with us tomorrow?" He goes, "Yeah, 100%. We're going to make it a special birthday episode." I was like, "No, we're not, first of all. Second of all, what are you going to do to make it a special birthday episode?" He goes, "I'm going to swat you." I said, "Swat you? what the fuck is swatcha mean? What the fuck is that? He's like, you don't know what swatting is? I was like, no, I don't know what swatting is. So he goes, talking head, why don't you describe what swatting is?
So swatting is if you have the personal information of somebody who you want to fuck with and you call in a hostage situation to the local police department to have the SWAT team burst through the doors.
So I said, talking head, this household, the New World Order compound, would be the most dangerous place on probably planet Earth to pull a swatting prank.
Yeah, definitely.
All that has to happen
is the tear gas comes through the window.
Is the gun that Harry happens to pick up is already loaded?
Which I'm sure they all are.
Which is 75% in my experience. Of all the guns that he's shown me, I ask him when he hands it to me
is this loaded?
To look at. I ask, is this loaded? His answer is always no, and then 75% of the time it is wrong.
It's the safety on.
There's no safety. Oh. There's no safety.
And they're all over the place.
So all that has to happen.
He's got like fucking Saturday Night Specials hidden in like the fucking mannequin's vagina.
No Saturday Night Specials.
You know.
Some said U.S. government on it.
So listen. So my point with this whole swatting prank thing was all that has to happen is Harry picks up a gun, 75% chance this will happen, that is already loaded and chambered, and there is 100% certainty that everybody in this scenario will die.
Or the house
it's going to be like a fucking Waco.
I will be dead, Harry will be dead, and all of the SWAT officers will be dead. Because we outmatch them in firepower. We know the house. There's like secret ways to get around to fucking flank them and shit. Everybody will be dead.
Well,
so maybe talking head, maybe don't do that.
Well, do you remember Harry War, the movie, when that guy from the IRS shot at Harry's house and he hit the C4 going off?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Then the whole house went up.
Yeah. I also
feel like
brought
you're insinuating that you have C4 in the house.
He's not insinuating everything. I think he just fucking said it, dude. I brought this up with Kevin last night. I was like, I told him about the little, your little swatting prank thing. I was like, so I explained this to him. I was like, yeah, that would be 100% no survivors. All that has to happen is the first gun Harry picks up is already loaded and chambered. 75% chance of that happening. So now the other 25% chances, the first one he picks up is not loaded and not chambered.
And the second one is.
No, because Harry will be like, oh, where'd I put the ammunition for this? Hang on, guys, hang on. And then he'll go look for it, because Harry with guns is a lot like you with computers. You're not concerned with the task at hand. You need to solve the problem. So if he picks up a 45 and it's got no ammunition in it, he's going to, hey, guys, you need to wait a second. Where did I put my 45 ammunition?
Where's my 5.25 ammo? This rifle feels a little light.
It feels a little light. Click, click, click. Ah, shit. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Yeah, so, I mean, then we're dead and they're fine. But either way doesn't turn out well for me. Now, as far as C4 goes, I explained the scenario to Kevin and his wife, our stepmother. And really? How many weapons? I was like, yeah, 47 last count. Also, he has C4 somewhere in the compound that he bitches once a month, like he's on his period. This is Harry's period. He bitches once a month he can't find his C4. And me and Kevin at the same time look at each other in the eyes and we go, probably best that he can't.
Oh my God. It's accidentally mixed in with the Play-Doh.
Well, dude, we found dynamite underneath the metal garbage can.
Road flares. Hey. Road flares.
I'm sorry. Road flares. underneath a metal garbage can that he used to dump the ashes, some of which had live coal still in them from the wood-burning stove, right next to the wood-burning stove. So I'm sitting down in the chair, shit-hammered, watching Stranger Things on Netflix. Harry wanders in next to the lit fire. 6 inches from the lit fire is a tall metal garbage can. And he picks it up and goes, oh, there it is. And he picks up 6 sticks of dynamite that have been there since I fucking came here. Hunter S. Thompson bullshit, Harry. Where's the C4?
I haven't
Where's the
found
poop,
it.
Robin?
Where's the poop from? I hope you never do.
Well,
And I mean that out of the goodness of my heart.
At the Homo Association will appreciate that, because then they'll get rid of me and there'll be a hole in the ground. And they'll heal me all the way to the clubhouse, which is about a half a mile away.
We could send you first class. There won't be much of you left.
At that point, they'll just turn your house into a swimming pool. You did half the excavating work for them.
No, then they will declare it a disaster zone. We'll blame the gas company.
Oh, my God. So anyway, getting back to what we were talking about with the juice.
No. Back to your birthday real quick, because I wanted to let you know. So I actually was planning on sitting there and having a cake delivered for you without your knowledge in the middle of the podcast.
Oh, my goodness.
As a joke about the swatting conversation that we had. But then I realized there's no way for anyone to get into your fucking complex without you knowing about it. I don't think I have Harry's phone number. So it's like, I can't sit there and let him know, hey, let this person through the gate. It's a bit. And like, even if I was going to do that, like, even if I coordinated it perfectly, but I just want to let you know, that was my initial thought until I realized that the compound being in a gated community completely ruined it. Yeah. Because I just wanted somebody like pound on your door with a fucking birthday cake after I joked with you about swatting.
Oh my God. Yeah, okay. Oh, and I was completely set up to freak out. I would have grabbed my gun before I answered the door. Yep. That would have been fucking funny. Dude, no shit. If there was pounding at the door during the podcast after you said that about swatting, my 9mm would have been in my hand when I opened the door. Without a doubt. Chambered. Ready to go. Because I don't fucking know what you're going to do. You got a sick sense of humor, motherfucker.
We don't know who's knocking on the door.
Yeah. Especially I just got threatened with being swatted. The worst practical joke in human history. Well, everybody ends up dead.
Well, if they don't end up dead, someone ends up getting arrested, and it's a federal crime.
Harry, here, if somebody pranked us with swatting here, there is a 75% chance it's 100% casualty rate.
Well, we'll see. No, what do you worry about?
I'm going to survive. I'm going to survive.
You'll be a spirit in the sky.
I don't want to, not yet.
But
although it's not that bad. Yeah, I'd be okay.
So I was going to fuck with you by having a birthday cake get delivered to you. But
that'd be fun. Hey, dude, listen, I am not. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the gated community concept. You know how difficult it makes it to get a fucking pizza delivery? I'm not a fan. I think it's bourgeois bullshit.
Every time I come over, you have to come and drive to the fucking gate.
Yeah. I mean, and there is a way to do it, but I know
Harry it doesn't
has
work
his number
correctly.
on it. Most of the time, he doesn't pick up the phone because he can't hear it. And hopefully, we're going to have that taken care of on Monday. You're going in for a hearing test. Well, that's fucking awesome, dude.
I'm going to go see that nice Russian doctor for my hearing aid.
Oh, is she going to give you some cochlear implants?
No.
Oh, cochlear implants. Oh, very funny.
No, I'll tell you what. I have no problem with that. I don't take Viagra. I don't believe in it. I got my own home remedies. And you know what?
Well, you know what? The latex dolls don't seem to complain, so I think we're okay.
They can't talk.
Well,
I was going to say, the day that they start talking, you guys might have other issues.
When they start talking, then I think we're in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah. So getting back to what we were talking about before with the juice. So all is quiet aside from this Islam thing on the Eastern Front talking head, and we went into the only noise that I'm hearing on the Eastern Front. The video that Harry watched earlier today seemed to be largely clickbait. I think we got to the bottom of what's going on with Israel. What's going on the Western Front? Anything to share with me since I'm on media blackout here? What's interesting? What's going on? Jon Stewart say anything cool lately?
What do you want to talk
Marjorie
about the Western
Taylor
side?
Greene is quitting.
What's that?
Marjorie Taylor Greene is quitting.
Wouldn't you? I mean, he
Did you
pissed
see
off
this, though?
Elon Musk for the same fucking reasons. Wouldn't you?
Oh, also,
he's
a
not
report-
doing anything that he said he was going to do. Trump is doing the opposite of what he ran on. Wouldn't you? I mean, fuck it.
Well, here's the funny thing is like all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, Marjorie Taylor Greene is a principled person who's a psychopath. That's much more interesting.
I knew that. You didn't. You thought she was a shill?
I thought she might have been a show, yeah, because she made a lot of money like, sitting there and doing that.
I don't think dude, I seriously don't think
No.
you can read people. I really don't.
So I'm not going to say that I thought she was 100% a shill. I was like 60-40 on it. I'm like, I get you that like there was a certain part of her that felt like true believer. I didn't anticipate this turn where she was like, what am I going to do? Get primaried by Trump, get millions of dollars thrown against me in a primary campaign, win the primary, win my seat back, and then presumably have to spend the rest of the next 2 years defending the guy who tried to get me out of office.
How come Trump tried to get her out of office? I'm not aware of the whole story.
Because she's mad about, because she's like one of the lead people on the American First thing, and so she's mad at him about like costs going up and the Medicare shit. Because she's in like a rural area in Georgia, they all need SNAP and Medicaid and all of that crap.
So how
And
come
they
Trump tried to get her
slashed
out of
shit out of
office? What happened?
Oh, because she started talking out against him, because she was sitting there and she was like, hey, and she's big on the Epstein files too. So she voted to release the Epstein files before he caved and told everybody to vote for the Epstein file release.
Dude, I have been a fan of Marjorie Taylor Greene since the Jewish space laser conspiracy.
Yeah, she's still she's a member.
She is now an official member of the
Space order.
of the secret Jewish space laser program, Goyim Division. Honorary title. I do not want her finger on the button. However,
Well, that's
she
why.
is,
Yeah.
she is
We'll keep
now.
the button.
She is now an official member. Harry said it. I back it up 100%. The New World Order is inducting Marjorie Taylor Greene into the secret Jewish space laser program, Goyim Division, which she invented in her brain and is now a real thing. She is now an honorary member. I think that's fair. I agree. Good show, Harry.
So second on that story, I think it shows that Donald Trump's comedy game is slipping. I think he's just like getting worn down by this shit because like
what do you mean his comedy? His political game is? What do you mean his comedy game?
Because the nickname he came up when he decided to shit on her was Marjorie Trader Brown. And then in the same Truth Social post where he coined that, he had to explain because green is what grass does when it's alive, but it goes brown when it dies.
Yeah, not great. Maybe he should get a right. Good point.
He needs to step up his game. Like he used to be quick on that shit, you know?
Yeah, although the Sora 2 video with him taking a shit from to Highway to the Danger Zone playing, which is why that our one of our podcasts got knocked off of Spotify once again. We can't anything anymore. But I mean, you know, it's hit or miss. Not everybody's 100% on all the time. I'll give him some give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, so he needed to do a little bit on that. What was the other thing that I said?
Well, you said
Apart
that Marjorie
from the
Taylor
Marjorie
Greene
Taylor
is
Greene
lead. And here's the thing. I agree with her decision. Listen, so I mean, Trump ran on being the next generation's great American isolationist.
Savior!
No. Isolationist.
Okay.
A political agenda that says we're going to take care of our own first, And then he turns into an Israeli shill, a Zionist shill. So of
a Qatari shill, an everything shill. He's just a grifter. Why do people not understand this?
Well, this term he is. The first term, I could disagree with you, but that's ancient history at this point.
Yeah,
that's ancient history at this
point. I'm just saying, as a human being,
I think Alex Jones has some good things to say. And you see, you and Harry, you both have this black-white thing going, where things are either white, and we got heroes, and people are good, and they're on the side of good, and everything's sunshine and snowflakes, or they're black, and they're bad, and they're wrong, and they're Muslim.
That's racist.
And everything's hellfire and brimstone. I don't see the world that way. I don't see people that way. Alex Jones has a lot of great things to say. Alex Jones is right more than he's wrong. When he's wrong, he's really wrong. But he's right more than he's wrong. Marjorie Taylor Greene, even though her theories are a little sideways, I think she's pointing people's attention at some really valid, interesting things that we should take a second look at. That's what
I think is interesting about it.
Yeah.
That's what I think is interesting about her statement, is because okay, so with this action, there's one of two things going on. And I think the one's more likely than the other.
What action? I'm sorry, define the subject before the predicate. With what action?
So she is leaving from Congress. She's like stepping down.
With that action. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Just wanted to make sure.
So she's relinquishing her seat prior to when it's even up. Now, the cynical side of me says it's 2 days beyond her getting tenure. So she'll have a pension from Congress because she decided
that means all that means is she wanted to do it before she did it.
Well, it only takes 4 years to get a pension from them.
I'm not even shitting on her about that. Like, if you decide to leave and you're like, but if I wait X days, I'll get my pension. Like, I get it.
Of course.
We're all humans with needs.
Yeah.
But no, the funny thing to me about it is, like, so there's one of two things happening here. And I think that she's actually completely, like, 100% a true believer. The other thing is that she might be planting the seeds to run against the Trump people for the next presidency by posturing as being the next true savior.
Sure, that's a possibility, and I've thought about that too. But I mean, what do you think the odds are? Even though Steve Bannon says it's 100%, fuck Steve Bannon. What do you think the odds are that Trump actually gets something passed that allows him to run for a third term?
No. So I don't think he's going to be able to run for a third term.
So you just mean like the MAGA crowd? She's going to co-opt the MAGA.
Yeah, because JD Vance is the heir apparent. I think she's trying to steal the seat.
Oh, she could take it from him. Oh, she's positioning herself perfectly.
But that's what I'm
totally on board with what you're saying.
So is she a true believer or is she calculating? That's the question.
Yeah, but do they have to be talking?
They're not good at sales.
You're not good at sales. And I think it's because you always saw sales as something that's grifty and evil, when really it's just pragmatic. Nothing in the economy happens until somebody sells something. Sales is a good thing. So
sure,
they don't have to be mutually exclusive, is my point, which you've already acquiesced to. I gotcha. I was going to let
I just want to let you know, my screen right now that I'm seeing from you guys is just a mess of colors. So is my voice coming through okay?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Like, does my video feed look normal?
Your video feed looks pretty normal, yeah. Sorry, folks, some technical difficulties. Talking Head, pick it up where we left off.
Where were we?
Where Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, yeah, so like you said, they don't have to be mutually exclusive. I'm just curious as to where it's weighted, because I do think she seems like a genuine person most of the time. She's just a genuine person with really weird ideas.
Listen, she, by the way, the Jewish space laser program, she never said the Jews were doing it. Joe Rogan looked it up. She looked it up.
She implied.
It's implied, but it's not even heavily implied. If you look at the actual,
it's implied that families in power,
yes, exactly,
that happen to be Jews.
So if you look at the actual tweet that's put out, it's not even heavily implied that it's a Jewish conspiracy. It's just the way that people took it. It's lightly implied. I don't think that it was coming from a place of trying to disseminate anti-Semitism or hatred. And I'm going to go on record right now. If people want to know where I stand on the Jewish question, so here's where I stand on the Jewish question. First of all, anybody that believes in a religion wholeheartedly, I fucking think you're an idiot. Second of all, I have a really big problem with self-righteous self-deceit. So if you're a part of an ideology that says, I'm right, I'm better, I'm chosen, straight out of the gate, without having to take a careful look at yourself and weigh the way that you interact with the rest of reality, I got a huge problem with you. Third, huge problem with Zionism. And we can see the fruits of that right now all over the news. Fourth, if you happen to be born Jewish, you don't believe in any of the nonsense, and you just were born here in this body with these parents, I don't have fucking anything against you at all, dude. Welcome to the human tribe, you know. Yeah. So, anti-Semitic? No. Anti-Zionist? Yup. Anti-religion? Oh, fuck yeah. I'm a fucking Satanist, dude. Yeah. Anti-religion. Anti-thinking that you're better than everybody else without any qualifiers because a book told you so? Yup. So I hate Zionism the same reason why I hate Nazism. So just in case anybody's wondering, because I happen to say a lot of things about juice on the podcast, that's my actual opinion. So there it is. Anybody have any comments?
What you're saying is you're against not Zionism.
Sure. Well, I mean, Nazism's just the other side of the coin from Zionism. What the fuck's the difference?
NAZION-ISM.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can put those words together. It's very clever.
Stop labeling yourselves.
Yeah, pretty much. I stand out because I'm this.
That's why I'm non-binary.
Okay, you're glorious. Go get another tattoo on your little finger, and then you'll be unique. Dye your hair a different color. Blah, 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 blah. Wear a hat. Put on shades. Wear a giant red robe.
Yeah, put an animal costume on and go for a protest.
Whatever. Do what you got to do to stand out. Oh, shit, I can't hear you talking that. Hang on. Go ahead.
I'm not going to gloss over the fact that you just described your outfit because that was very funny and I wanted to call it out.
Thank you. I do try to, as Jesus said, take the log out of my own eye before I remove the splinter from my brother's. I think that the Bible has some good things to say. I think there's some good lessons there, especially the New Testament. However,
I think that was actually a warning against coming in your brother's eye.
Well, listen, you didn't enjoy it when I did it, and I was a little taken aback. I thought I was giving you, like... Yeah, but I still considered it a tribute.
When I said I wanted a facial for my birthday, that's not what I meant.
You're such a queen. Yes, queen! He wanted a facial! I just misinterpreted.
If only I had been wearing sunglasses.
So Talking Head, what's going on? What else is going on the Western Front? We did Marjorie Taylor Greene. Anything else to say about that?
No, that was just that was probably the most interesting little divergence. I mean,
I was not surprised. You know. And here's what I was saying
I was whole not time.
Oh, yeah, I know you were. Here's the whole thing that I was saying during the Doge thing when you and your party were up in arms, like. And you were like, well, do you think that Elon Musk is actually an honorable person? I said, yeah, he comes across to me as somebody that believes in what he is doing, 100%. Now, is it calculated? Is there pragmatism thrown into the mix? Sure. But I don't see people or reality as black and white. I don't think there's any such thing, except within the realm of opinion of, you know, by the observer of what's happening, which is fine. You can be black and white about shit. I just don't, it doesn't work for me to view people that way or to view reality that way. So, you know, with Doge, and I said, yeah, I do think that Elon Musk Show me evidence otherwise. And you brought up the Verizon thing with the air towers. Well, maybe Starlink's better technology. I don't fucking know. Let's see. I'm not technically acute enough to know. But here's my evidence that I was right in my assessment of Elon Musk. Doge supposedly found $1 trillion of potential annual savings, and then Donald Trump pushed through a spending bill that was higher than the previous fiscal year, not taking advantage of any of those savings, but reallocating those resources to other bloated programs. And what happened with Elon Musk? They got in a fight. They got in a fucking fight. And Elon Musk was like, this is fucking bullshit. You think I don't have better things to do?
Trump's a pedophile.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he is a troll. I'll give you that. You don't think I have better things to do? I run 6 fucking companies. I'm the richest man in the world, okay? I got other shit to do. I thought we were going to make a difference. So, I mean, I feel like I'm kind of vindicated with my character judgment. I mean, would you agree? Yes or yes? I mean, come on.
I'm not going to agree. I don't know what Elon's long game is. What a surprise. So, well, no, but like the funny thing is, like, Elon Musk is an interesting human being, and I don't know what his long game is. I'm not going to deny that he's intelligent. I don't think he knows what he's doing. I think he's out of his depth in strange ways. Like, he's a very intelligent and resourceful person. I just think that he's like, he thinks he's smarter than he is. I think he's a victim of his hubris.
I don't disagree with you. I'm going to say 2 things about the human ego that I've observed since I stopped being human. The first one is the only way to get any measure of success in the world is to believe in yourself and what you're doing. That's hubris. And you have to cut off any channel that challenges that as far as inward information flow. You have to cut off like 95% of that. If it's not going to tell me how to get where I need to go faster, I got to cut it off. And you have to cut it off like off the bat. If you consider every little thing that comes in, you'll never do anything. So you can't have any measure of success in the world the way that it's set up without that already. Second of all, once you
I've got a counterpoint to that, but go on.
Once you reach a certain level of success, that hubris tends to magnify itself because that creates a feedback loop where it says, look, I was right, look, I was right, look, I was right.
I agree with you on the second part. On the first part, the way to not have that happen is to find people who you can appoint under you to be stewards of your larger plan. I think Elon finds himself in a position where he needs to be at the center of things because of his ego issues. And I think
but he's also a troll. So I don't think it's ego so much as if nobody's paying attention to me, my jokes aren't fun.
I was trolling that ego.
Yeah, I guess that's a type of ego. You're right.
But so recent independent surveys have found that the Doge cuts, as opposed to saving the taxpayers anything, cost us $135 billion.
Yeah, but isn't that because of Trump's spending bill?
Nope. It's because a lot of the shit was already in place, couldn't be redacted, so they just let food that was going to go through USAID languish and get destroyed inside of stockpiles, which then had to clean out.
Okay, like, so far it costs $135
billion. The programs he shut down cost $135 billion.
Right, but on a long enough timeline, there would be savings. It's just because the transfer from being open and operational to being shut down has a negative cost benefit.
And we'll never know because Trump then did the big beautiful bill.
Yeah,
which is what he had umbrage with.
Which is, and I take the same umbrage.
But on its face.
Listen, dude, right now, as far as this goes, I'm on the side of Elon Musk and MTJ, dude. I'm in their camp.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that everything's stupid. And I think that's kind of my final word on it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Harry, what do you think? I got to take a piss. Harry, I'm going to let you guys talk for a second.
Trump. I have here a 32-page letter that is being...
Read it.
No, I
No.
can't read the whole thing. It's about the IRS, and it's sent to the acting IRS commissioner and all that, and it has a whole history of this one guy that is sending this letter to the president on the illegal operation of jurisdiction of the IRS. And it took about 3 hours to read it and went right through it. Everything here is absolutely correct. And it really challenges Trump himself about the IRS. And it has a lot of detailed information. Now, I got this from a guy that spent time in jail. They try to destroy him. For some reason, I escaped that route. But point is, he's sending this out. It was sent out November 20th in 2025. So it's late. And like I said, I'm going to make this available to anybody that wants it. Just subscribe to the New World Order. Send me your physical address. I will personally copy this letter.
No. What we'll do is we'll do the same thing that we did with your tax statement. We'll put a Google Drive link.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
But this is the actual letter, and this is so clear that even a 3rd-year-old could understand it.
Well, dude, I didn't even think of that. I mean, Trump was talking about, on the campaign trail, potentially abolishing the IRS and the income tax and replacing it with tariffs.
Right.
And
that's worked out super well.
I know. It turned out super awesome, didn't it? So you got to be, I will say, slightly disappointed with the outcome of this.
He lied a little bit, or he's not telling the whole truth about the IRS. The IRS should be abolished, yes. Should it replace it with a fair tax? No, because it's not fair either. But just do away with the IRS and let the no tax on people.
So tell me again, this letter is written to the Trump administration from whom?
From this website that I got, and I forget his name right now, but it's been sent to Mr. Scott Besneat and Mr. Frank Burton, right? Chief of Operations.
Scott Bassett. Isn't that the Secretary of the Treasury?
Yeah, acting IRS Commissioner. And this thing is very clear. And it has all the laws, it has all the court cases, and this guy has done his homework as well as I have, and his name is Johnson. But he talks about state citizenship, federal citizenship, misrepresentative about federal overreach, and it gets into it. But like I said, this is as clear as anything as I could put out. But very few people that I gave the tax statement to, they didn't act on it. Maybe this letter would help. And because of the way what's going on in this country right now, everybody's being hurt. Now that we got some holidays over, now we're talking about tax issues. Well, the only way to get...
we're talking about the auto pen.
Now we're talking about waking people up to what they've been doing since 1913 and lying to us. Okay, I survived it. This guy's surviving it. And I think the American people should really know the truth. If you're going to act on it, do it.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll put that up on Google Drive. I'll put a link in the description below the video.
Yep.
And do me a favor and leave that on the table so I can thumb through it real quick after the podcast.
This guy had a conversation with AI, and he was talking to the AI about this tax issue, and it's 181 pages.
The conversation that he had with ChatGPT is 181 pages.
He was talking to the machine.
Yeah.
And got halfway through it, and half the dozen times the species says, well, we can't get into that. We don't have that kind of information.
Yeah, and listen, the people that create the weights for the LLMs, they put guide rails on it. They admit that. If you want a less popular but extremely powerful LLM AI that does not have guardrails, what you have to do is you have to self-host an AI named Dolphin 3.0. That is
China.
And it's definitely from China. Hey, listen, man, all the AIs that I'm using right now, if they're not open source, they're from China because
China.
As far as what I'm trying to do, they're treating me better than my fucking nation of birth is treating me. I'm going to fucking use their shit.
Lie. The American government lies to you. They've been lying for a long time.
And also, these companies, they use all of our data in order to create this amazing technology, and now they're going to charge you for it.
Wait, who's selling them all these AI chips? And also taking the means of production by forcing them to give the U.S. government 10% of their stock holdings.
I don't know, talking head who?
No.
I don't know either. I was hoping somebody could tell me because I'm so scared of the communists.
I think it's these slanty-eyed communist bastards over the sea. What do you think?
I think it's Trump, because he's the one who made all the fucking deals that did that.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
I went in the wrong direction. Explain that.
Yeah. So Trump actually is making the U.S. government take 10% of NVIDIA, 10% of Intel. He forced them into these deals, and he's selling AI chips to Saudi Arabia, China, and Russia. Forcing their companies to sell that to those countries.
I thought we were getting most of our chips from China.
No, we're the ones who designed them. NVIDIA designs the AI chips. That's an American company.
So what are the fucking chips that slowed down all the car production because China was making them and whatever?
Oh, so that's actually a specific kind of chip. That's a so we don't produce a lot of chips here in the United States. The patents for the AI chips are held here.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's
so what's the difference
between patents and manufacturing?
What's the difference between? I'm assuming what I'm talking about are CPU chips, and what you're talking about is something else. What's the difference between?
So these are like the really high-end creme de la creme designs for AI chips that run AI modules.
But they're still owned by NVIDIA. They're CPU chips?
No, they're GPU chips, graphics processors.
Chips. Okay. We are the number one producers of them. China doesn't have them unless we sell them to it.
We're the creators of them. China can't manufacture them without our approval.
Okay.
Because we hold the patents. Not that hasn't stopped them before.
I mean, they'll steal it and do it anyway. Yeah. They don't care about international law, so.
But yeah, we're making deals where the U.S. government is taking a 10% investment in NVIDIA and in AMD. These are chip manufacturers. And so the U.S. government is forcing them to divest 10% of their company to the government to make deals to give China and Russia AI advanced chips that we weren't giving them access to.
What do you think the motivation for that is?
Money!
For who?
NVIDIA and Donald Trump.
We're the corporation. United States of America Incorporated. We're not a country.
Yeah, no, I understand that. What I'm not clear on is you're saying it's money, but the government is forcing NVIDIA to do this, and then who's benefiting from it is NVIDIA. So I'm unclear.
NVIDIA and the Trump family. Yeah, it's corruption. No, it's it's just straight up corruption. The Trump family gets a 10% cut from this deal that they're letting NVIDIA make with China.
So is NVIDIA being forced into this deal, or does NVIDIA want to do this deal and the Trump administration is allowing them to do it?
So that second one's probably correct.
So we don't know.
Practically.
So we don't know.
But Yeah, so nobody knows, because how are you going to track something like that?
Oh, well, okay, but you say things and then,
Sure,
it's an
okay,
unqualified statement. I ask you a few questions because I have no idea
clarify.
what any of this is, and then all of a sudden I find out, oh, that's not what you said. So I'm just trying to figure out what's actually going on.
I think someone had a head start on that.
What do you mean?
Urban Shift, the federal mafia. Doesn't it sound like the mafia operating?
Yeah.
I'll take 10% of your business.
Yeah, no, I got you. And anybody that gets into politics, they're not doing it for the paycheck from the taxpayers. They have other ways of making money, sure.
Yeah, well, like I said, maybe he was way ahead of his time.
No, I got you.
He labeled them right.
Let's figure out what's going on with the chips. Go ahead.
So it's just straight up corruption. So the U.S. Department of Commerce approved a deal for NVIDIA to sell up to 70,000 advanced AI chips, specifically GB300 servers or equivalents, to companies in the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia. An agreement in China allowed NVIDIA to sell its classified AI chips to China, but the company will have to pay the U.S. government 15% of the revenue from the sales. So it's just straight up, it's us making deals with private companies to benefit those companies as long as they give kickbacks to the United States government.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's business as usual. That's not even news.
Sure, it's just brazen. That's all.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, what it does potentially do is undermine our national security. However, we do have to assume that the what's the department called? The Department of War.
No,
yeah, but what's the abbreviation for it that came up with the internet and heavily financed the development of Google?
NSA?
No, not NSA, not the Department of Commerce. It's the people, when they say consumer technology is 20 years behind what we actually have, they're pretty much correct by all standards, and this is the organization that actually has a stranglehold on that technology, and they heavily finance Google. Yeah, I know, right? Josh, can you look that up? I'm sorry, Talking Head number 6. Can you look that up real quick? The government department that heavily financed the development of Google, that'll give you the answer.
It has to be the Department of Commerce.
No,
no,
it's not. It might be affiliated with it, but it's not the Department of Commerce. Yeah, I want to know what this is. I want to get this right because Y-Files did an episode on it, which is fantastic, and it opened up my eyes to a lot of shit.
Well, there's a lot of shit.
National Science Foundation, NSF.
Nope, that's not it.
That's not it. CIA is the next one on there.
Nope.
Yeah, that's all I'm coming up with.
Shit. All right.
Department of Defense?
Yeah. DOD. That's it.
Yeah, well, that's the Department of War now. You can't. Oh my God!
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
You're calling it the Department of Defense. It's the Department of War now. They got big.
Fair enough. Yeah.
By the way, Trump
the DOD has a very dark history.
He deserves the Peace Prize, but Department of War. But he's all about peace, guys.
I appreciate the lack of doublespeak. I mean, should America have a Department of Defense at this point? No, it's the Department of War. So I appreciate the anti-Orwellian nature of renaming it.
Is it anti-Orwellian? I feel like it's fully Orwellian. He's calling it the Department of War. And
our department,
he's the peace president.
We wage war. We do not defend ourselves. So why call it the Department of Peace or the Department of Defense when what we are doing is creating wars?
Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh, that's bullshit. Absolutely. But what I'm saying is I appreciate the taking away of the doublespeak that we have.
Okay, so I appreciate the irony of taking away the doublespeak.
Can you hear anything I say without putting it in a lens of black or white? Seriously. Yeah. I'm not creating heroes or villains. I'm talking about a specific thing.
Yeah, I think it's funny. I think it's an interesting
It's very funny. Oh, it's very funny. And it's contradictory and it's hypocritical. 100%. I see it. I fucking see it.
I think Department of War goes back to the Civil War in 1850.
And then they probably renamed it to the Department of Defense, and now we renamed it back. Good! That's what it should be called! That's what it should be called. It should be called the Department of War. We don't defend ourselves. We wage war. That's what America does.
Gentlemen, we can't fight here. This is the war room.
This is the war room.
Exactly.
Gee.
Name that movie.
Was that Team America World Police?
No.
God damn it.
Harry.
Oh,
gentlemen, we can't fight here. This is the war room.
Oh, wait a second. Was it Dr. Goodlove and How I Learned to Love the Bomb?
Dr. Strangelove.
Strangelove, thank you. How I Learned to Love the Bomb. Yeah.
Gentlemen, we can't fight here. This is the war room.
Okay. Yeah. God damn it, what a great movie. I haven't watched that in a long time. All right. Guys, we're getting to that time. Right. And for all of our new viewers and new subscribers, this is a very special segment that Talking Head and I came up with when we birthed this podcast out of the loins of my sphincter many moons ago. And here's what happens. I, being a member of the Church of Satan, figurehead of the New World Order, and new and lasting member of the Illuminati, psychic vampire reptilian entity, inculcate through satanic ritual the spirit of Alex Jones from the ether and implant it in the body of my brother Talking Head number 6 so that he can give us the truth and give us the info that we need to make war upon. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the InfoWars with Alex Jones. Now, here's the way it works. Because we had a lot of people that have never seen this before. After I possess the body of my brother, Talking Head number 6, with the spirit of Alex Jones from the depths of hell, I give him 5 headlines. His job is to create a conspiracy theory and try to make it cogent out of these 5 ridiculous headlines that I found on the internet. And good time is had by all. Sometimes I forget to depossess him and his girlfriend calls me up complaining and I have to do an exorcism over the phone. Is what it is. It's all in good fun. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Jones.
All right. Everything's still recording, right? We got everything running.
And
I'm assuming this is a professional organization.
Am I going to go like this or like... Oh, that's just me and Harry. Okay, so I'm just going to do full screen for you.
Okay.
All right.
Does InfoWars read backwards or forwards? Because I need to know that because I'm not gay.
It definitely reads like it's on the right and it's forward and as straight as an arrow.
All right, it needs to be on the right, forward, straight as an arrow. It's absolutely no ways to have it. Hey, talking into the truth barrel here, this is Alex Jones. I'm going to tell you, right now, our world's in a desperate state. We got Donald Trump sitting there. I don't know if he's into the Jews or if he's into the Palestinians. I couldn't even figure it out. He just seems like a white guy, and I thought that was cool, but sometimes he's got Zoran Mamdani in there. He's telling him to call him a fascist. I don't know what to think of that. Shave my mustache into a weird face. Like, I don't really get what was going on there. I tell you, I've been through some shit. My divorce has kind of fucked me up. But here we go. I'm going to sit there and bring the info to you that you need to create the war around. This is what it's about. We need to sit there and end up in a situation where we're strong and we are brethren. I've got to tell you, I've been spray painting a lot of Punisher skulls on the sides of state representatives' vehicles, unmarked cars that masked men are jumping out of. I don't know. I've just been spray painting a lot. I'm not really sure. I think I'm going into my artistic phase. I feel like after the mustache got too small, I need to make my world larger. And so I've just been painting skulls on everything. I'm not really sure what that's about. But real quick, we're going to get here and we're going to sit there and help you through this dark time. So real quick, it's not even international news. It's interplanetary news. Uranus takes a pounding more frequently than thought. So here's what I got to say about this entire situation. If its ring wasn't positioned sideways, it wouldn't take a pounding. Like you got to sit there and you got to think about Saturn. Saturn, good girl, ice queen, some people say. You sit there and you got this ring around her, frigid, cold, impenetrable. Uranus just bends over and lets it in. Now, this is a problem because meteorologically speaking, Uranus is not the thing that you want to fuck with. Because if you fuck with Uranus, there's a chance you're going to get left in the dust. Now, next story. I don't care about Uranus anymore. I pretended to care about Uranus. You complained about it. I was upset. It's fine, but it was performative. Next, American Revolution newspaper article. About 8 inches make June 5th the wettest in history. Now, this has to do with the pounding of Uranus. I'm going to tell you, the ice crystals that form those concentric circles around that giant gaping hole, that mass, it's so big, it's a badonkadonk. It's so massive. It's just a big mass. It's a mass in her ass, and I want to pass. So the whole thing is that you end up with a situation where if you got, like, if you're setting up for her anus, not Uranus, and you got about 8 inches here, and like, make it for the summer. Like, sometimes you need to make it wet. Like, yeah, April showers bring May flowers. June wetness brings the OG, the orgasm. So you just want to pound it. I'm telling you, you just want to pound it. And if she's an ice queen like Saturn, you just got to flip her over on her belly and make her anus yours. Now, moving on. Man falls from hotel balcony. Good day to end up in the pool. So, he is a golden god. I just want to let you know this. This man has been outed as a golden god. Now, we've been to fucking the Grove. What's the Grove with the owl with Charlton? Bohemian Grove. Thank you. I forget it. I've been there so many times, it's become pedestrian to me. But the whole thing is there's a hotel there. I'll tell you, there's a pool at the base of fucking Melkor or whatever the fucking Luck Dragon's name is.
The Luck Dragon.
I don't fucking know. The point is if you're a golden god, you can fall from the hotel balcony and an air ambulance will land in front of the Civic Center to give you a good day to end up in the pool because they're just taking care of you. I'm going to tell you, they're deep inside Uranus trying to make sure you're taken care of. And that's just what happens when people care about each other. When men, good, strong Christian men care about each other, you end up deep inside Uranus. Now, there's a Manchester man in a completely related topic. I want to point out the Natural Skin reports that the Manchester man draws penises around potholes so the city will fix them. Now, I notice he's drawing an uncircumcised penis in this photo, where the Natural Skin should know better. I'm telling you, this is male circumcision is genital mutilation. And if you're sitting there and you're going to draw a penis around a pothole, it better have a foreskin. And the Natural Skin should have known that. And I'm going to be honest, if you're serious about Uranus, have a foreskin. Now, DNA tests prove that a retired postman has over 1,300 illegitimate children. Now, this is Nashville, Tennessee. This doesn't count. I'm gonna throw this out here. I guarantee you this man was some kind of country music star. Probably ran around with Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley, Elvis Costello. I don't know any of these Elvises. I get all the Elvises confused. The point is they wear a lot of glasses and they did a lot of dumb things. My point is a lot of them died in planes. And this man has fucked all of their grieving wives. I feel like this man showed up at every funeral of a Nashville country star, and he was just like, hey, baby, I get it. And then minutes later, look at this man's eyebrows. Pure charisma. Like, how could you cannot have an eyebrow that bushy and not end up inside a star's vagina. 87-year-old former postman. Like, they wrote songs about him. Hey, Mr. Postman. Hey, yay, 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 yay. Now that was written in Motown, that's fine. They're black. It's better down in Tennessee because they're white. That's just my personal opinion. I shave my mustache to sit there and let everybody know that. But my point being is that it doesn't matter how it, as Michael Jackson said, it does not matter if you're black or white. And in all honesty, if we're going to take anybody's word about Nashville, Tennessee, with an 87-year-old former postman having impregnated many women, I feel like that's the way to go. But that's a lot of quickies. That's a lot of quickies, Gramps, as the headline said.
Oh, I miss that.
At 87 years old, if he can knock up 1,500 women, God bless him.
Yeah, he's been at it for a while. Yeah,
I feel like he had a. Now, let me tell you, he had tremendous nutraceuticals. I don't know if you have this ready, but I'm going to let you know that this man, the only reason he could do this is because he listened to InfoWars. And I'm going to really delay this setup for a long time to sit there and give somebody time to sit there and throw something up on the screen or send me a text message that will let me know what I could possibly advertise for. But you have to understand, our nation's falling apart. We can't pay the bills on my blood, sweat, and tears. I've tried. I've also tried paying for them with my semen. It's been a losing battle. They don't want to buy it. They say it's tainted. I don't know what to do about it. I'm going to be honest. I keep filtering it through coffee filters. I keep sitting there and like trying to jerk off into napkins that are somehow biologically better than what they think that they deserve. My point being is blood, sweat, tears, or semen will not sit there and make this country work. It will not make us get to fight against the fascist regime. I don't know who that is anymore. Biden had the auto pen. Trump has the auto dick. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's fucking each other. Literally, metaphorically, figuratively. Cash Patel's handing out coins that look like fucking skulls. I don't know what to make of that. I kind of like death, but at the same time, I want to be immortal. I don't know what to do. Ultimately.
So Alex, our nutraceutical for today is hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoids. All right, let me tell you about hemorrhoids. So we need to keep the lights on here. I'm telling you, it's dire times. My Hitler mustache shaving did not go over well. My head shaving did not go over well. Some people are like, well, he's not a skinhead. Other people are like, well, he's not a Nazi. A lot of people are like, he's obviously both. I don't know what to do with that. I lost a major fucking lawsuit. I've got a lot of money that I need to make in somebody else's name. By the way, this is all going through China. I don't care. Like, I hate China. Trust me, China needs to stop. Stop, China. Stop. Also give me all the deals. But also, so, I'm sorry. What was the name of this shit again?
Hemorrhoids.
Chimroids.
Hemorrhoids.
I'm sorry. Hemorrhoids. Sorry. I thought it was Asian. So hemorrhoids. So I'm telling you, have you ever sat down and just felt like, man, my anus is taking a pounding? She's been a nice queen. She decided that if we were going to start things again, she needed to peg me. Yeah, I felt emasculated, but at the same time powerful. I'll tell you why. Because I made the choice. I turned the ring sideways. I turned it sideways on her. But I'll tell you, if you're going to turn it sideways on her, you need hemorrhoids. Let me explain why. So you know those little balloon sacks that are in your butthole that get pulled out when somebody's cock comes out of you? So those are real. I thought they were a legend. I thought it was like Bigfoot, the Yeti. I don't know. I sat there and figured the CIA made them up as some part of some kind of psyop. I mean, everything feels like a psyop these days. Dicks and butts, dicks and chicks. How can you tell if a butt's on a chick? No, you can't. Because guess what? There's no genders anymore. So I came up with this supplement. Let me tell you how we make it. We take a baboon's anus. We use a corkscrew to turn it inside out. It doesn't like that. It kills 3, 4, maybe 10 people.
Jesus Christ.
But we get serious about it. That's why it costs so much. I'm telling you, people, harvesting these hemorrhoids is the most difficult thing. if you have to sit there and tie up a baboon's hands so that when it eats your face, it can't also stick its fingers inside of you. You have taken a great leap. And as soon as we extract those baboon anal glands, I don't know, we like sun dry them or something, like with homeopathic herbs. I don't know. Just send me money. Just send me money. I don't even care anymore. I'm not going to pretend. Just it's baboon anus. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know if you know what to make of it. The point is that we need to fight against this right now before the whole planet turns sideways and your ice queen is up your anus.
Well, these are the infos that we need to make wars upon. Coming to us. Oh, wait. Here you go. Talking head. I exercise the demon rebel known as Alex Jones out of your body. There you go. You are back. You are back in your undisclosed location. Not in the InfoWars studio anymore. Yeah, that was a I liked it. That was a good throwback. I forgot to have 2 nutraceuticals ready for you. I apologize. I completely forgot that part of the bit. Yeah, man, it was good. It seemed like you weren't able to project as you used to do. Are you being quiet for somebody? Oh, shit, I think we lost him. The exorcism didn't work. Oh, shit! All right, we got to get off camera so I can fix my brother. Oh, are you back?
No, yeah, sorry. I just didn't scream as loud because I wasn't sure how the in-studio stuff worked. I don't know.
All right.
Why was it quiet?
We're going to have to well, it said, no, it wasn't quiet. It just sounded like you had less, you were talking like this and you talk like this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I was worried that, like, in all honesty, I still had a little bit of control at like the brainstem here. I was worried that it would be too loud and the noise filter would cancel it out.
Yeah, we gotta let's end the podcast and we'll
to experiment with that. Yeah,
I want to get this bit going again. It's a good bit, absolutely. All right. Anybody have anything else to say before we wrap this up? And of course, we're supposed to do that before Alex Jones, but I forgot about that too. We'll get back in the rhythm of it. Talking Head, here's Talking Head soapbox. Go for it.
Oh, I just said it. I'm sorry. Did you not hear the burp on your end?
Oh yeah, I did. Give that a 6. That wasn't really even worth it. Harry,
maybe I do need to turn my volume up. That's kind of shitty.
Anything? Well, I think it shows up a little louder in the recording than it does in my earpiece, so I think we're okay. Harry, any Harry soapbox? Anything to tell the people before we go?
I want the medicine from Alex Jones to knock up 1,800 women. I want to start my own tribe.
That's a good point. Talking Head. I think Alex Jones should have a nutraceutical to allow him to knock up 1,800 women. Let's get that nutraceutical going.
Well, exactly. It's called the 1800. It's in reference to the Bible where the Jews, there's a certain number of them that's going to be saved. And in order to be part of that number, I'm going to tell you, you got to sit there and take this nutraceutical. So let me tell you how we make it. We take the foreskins of over 20,000 Jewish children. And we sit there and we grind it into a fine paste that you smear just under this part of your nose, right in the middle. Right in the middle. And you wait for it to turn brown. You have to keep fanning it by kind of doing this motion. You have to keep air on it. And then I guarantee you will master the race.
Well, Harry, there is the prescription from Alex Jones himself, who snuck his way back in there for you. What do you think? There you go.
Sounds better than Viagra.
I think we're going to sell this for about $9,000 a bottle. What do you think, Alex?
That sounds good.
Sounds good.
Hold on. I feel like it should cost $6 million. I don't know why I feel strongly about that number.
And with that, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the New World Order broadcast. And just remember, we're watching you too.
is watching. There are strangers